Hi, I'm Lynn, owner of Encore Bookkeeping Services. Whenever our phone rings and a potential new client is calling, we hear the same question over and over again. How do I know you're a qualified bookkeeper? Well, that answer is not an easy one, but first I'd like to start by giving you some background on what bookkeeping really means. Most people think that accounting and bookkeeping are the same, but really they're two different functions. For most companies, an accountant will look at the final numbers you present at year-end, prepare your taxes, and help you navigate through the important business reporting requirements to the Canada Revenue Agency. They are also there to give you advice when you need it and to do some tax planning with you. But the accountant needs to get your business numbers before they can do any of these functions, and you get those numbers from your bookkeeper. Your bookkeeper looks after all of your papers, sorts and organizes them, inputs the data into a software program such as QuickBooks. They prepare draft copies of your profit and loss statements and your balance sheets. They make sure you're not missing any expenses or receipts. They prepare your GST returns. They do your payroll and so much more. Accounting and bookkeeping are very different functions within the business world. Before you look for a bookkeeper, you must understand a crucial fundamental of business. As the business owner, you are responsible for all reporting. You cannot afford to assume anything when it comes to your books. It's your company, and you are legally responsible. Bookkeeping is an unregulated industry. Anybody can call themselves a bookkeeper and offer you bookkeeping services. Businesses often get caught by this because they believe what a bookkeeper is saying, and with no way to test skills or knowledge, they pay the rate and hand over their papers to be done, assuming all will be well. This is, sadly, not always the case. Bookkeeping's expensive, and when the bookkeeper makes a mistake, you, the business owner, are out of that money, and you're still responsible to get it done correctly. In order to save a lot of headaches, you need to interview your bookkeeper the same way you would interview an employee. Here are some great suggestions to ask, and the standard answers that you should expect. Question number 1. What formal education do you have? You want the bookkeeper to prove that they have formal education in bookkeeping or accounting. This is a highly technical industry. It takes years to learn what companies like ours know. If your bookkeeper took a weekend course, or they just entered accounts payable at a previous job, or they have life experience, then they may not have the appropriate technical knowledge to navigate and advise you in your business in the areas that you would expect them to know. Number 2, how do you learn new industry standards or rules? Good bookkeepers will seek out new information and continuously gain knowledge. If they work by themselves and they don't know an answer, then they only have one person to ask, themselves. And sometimes they may not answer themselves correctly. Make sure your bookkeeper has an ongoing education plan in place and the resources to be able to connect with other bookkeepers and accountants and find out the answers that they will need. Number 3, do they have referrals? Referrals are key to hiring anybody. A good indication that you are hiring a bookkeeper with a good foundation is their ability to give you referrals for you to contact. Now, client referrals are always good, but if you want a great referral letter, then make sure they have one from an accountant. The accountant sees the end product of their work, and they will know if the work is done well. Number 4, what services will they offer you? A good bookkeeper will be able to offer you a variety of services. These services should include bank and credit card reconciliations, GST returns, year-end prep, journal entries, and accrual entries for the accountant, Canada Revenue Agency reconciliations, tracking of all your fixed assets, payroll and T4 slip accounting. Number 5, what does their attention to detail tell you? A good bookkeeper will always be on the alert for papers they are missing, recommend areas that could use improvement, and they should catch errors when they happen. They should ask lots of questions and try to understand your business and how you work as the business owner before they start your bookkeeping. And then they can give you suggestions that you're going to need. Your bookkeeper always needs to provide feedback. At Encore, we believe that a client relies on us to take charge of their bookkeeping. We are the professionals, and we're trained to help you navigate through the papers, through the numbers, and even making sure that you're compliant with the Canada Revenue Agency. We make it easy for you to focus on your company, do the business you need to do, and make better money doing it. We are in the bookkeeping business. Let us help you. Here are some things that you can expect from the staff at Encore Services. Number 1, we have certification, both through the Institute of Professional Bookkeepers of Canada and as a QuickBooks Certified Pro Advisor. Number 2, our employees must take mandatory education moments to further their education. Number 3, we have developed relationships with accountants and our reputation with them is excellent. Number 4, we will walk you through the steps you need to stay compliant with the Canada Revenue Agency. Number 5, we have processes and checklists in place to make sure that you don't miss deductions that could reduce your taxes. Number 6, we have our value systems set high, but all of our staff know exactly what we stand for: accuracy, integrity, flexibility. Number 7, we're technologically savvy. We use the latest programs and equipment available to us. Number 8, we are great bookkeepers. And we kind of want to stay that way. We do all of this while you run your business. You make money. And we promise you will have less stress. So give us a call. We are able to answer your bookkeeping questions. Call us at 780-640-8244. Or you can text Encore, that's ONCORE, to 555-444 to have our contact info delivered right to your phone.